Welcome everybody to the 2011 BCS Championship Game special, brought to you by Ralph Trimaine.
I'm Ralph.
I'm Trimaine, and we got more special guests like we did with the Iron Bowl special. So we're gonna turn the camera around, let everybody introduce themselves first.
First up, y'all got a guest.
What up, y'all? Mr. 100 TV, man. Finally did the collaboration, me, Ralph and Trimaine, you know what I'm saying?
And
Rex.
He's not at work now.
Not yet.
Forget y'all, man.
This is Patrick, a.k.a. your boy P20. What's up?
It's Brad, fourth video. Juke, ESPN, come holla at me.
It's Mr. Steal Your Quotes. I mean, Mr. Quick. Shit, I fucked it up. A.k.a. Mr. Steal Your Stats. Alright, Rex, we're going to start with you. Tell us what you think is going to happen in the game on Monday.
Honestly, man, Monday, what I think is going to happen is Auburn has a very big surprise coming. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are really underestimating Oregon's offense. Y'all really are. Those boys are goons. They average what, like 40+ points a game? 50.
Almost 50.
Most of their games end up like basketball scores. They're not garbage, and I don't know why most of these Auburn fans think they just gonna come in there and run them over, but it ain't gonna happen, man. Auburn, look, I respect Cam Newton, real talk. I want him to win the Heisman. He won it. I'm happy for him. But we're not talking about y'all offense. Y'all offense is great. Y'all defense is trash. Trash bag.
Not the second half of the Iron Bowl.
I don't care. I don't care about that. Y'all defense is trash bag. All right? And what you call it, man? Oregon has what? Number 1 ranked offense. Y'all have the number what? 60th ranked defense. Like, come on, man. Y'all DBs are like hot trash. The only DB that y'all got that's actually worth anything is Zach Etheridge, and he's so. Y'all best defensive player is Nick Fairley. Nick Fairley, he is a beast. He is a goon, but he's just one man against that whole. No, Nick Fairley is good. He just makes the rest of the D-line look good. Nick Fairley is good. The D-line just plays with him. What I think is going to happen Monday is, I think it's going to be a shootout too, because, Oregon may have played against the SEC team, but it was Tennessee. Tennessee doesn't have Cam Newton. Oregon's smaller. So Cam Newton, that man probably going to have 100, close to 200 yards rushing. There's no telling what he's going to do passing. Because y'all receivers ain't that great. They just play with a good quarterback. Darvin Adams, you're trash. Like hot garbage.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Darvin Adams is boo-boo
really?
Dallas. He is trash. He is worthless.
Did you not see 4th and 3 in the Iron Bowl? He caught that pass.
Did you not see all them drops he had also?
He caught it when we need him. He was there when we need him.
Anyways, I think it's going to be a shootout. I want to make a pick, but I really can't because I'm on both sides of the fence. It honestly could go either way. Auburn could win it, Oregon could win it. Me personally, I think it's whoever gets the most stops wins the game. Because, as far as defenses go, Oregon has a good defense, but they haven't played an offense like Auburn's. Period. Point blank. Period.
All right, now we got Mr. Boise State.
That's me.
Mr. Field Goals. P20.
Boise State should have been playing Auburn this year, but hey, it happens. But here we go. Oregon, Auburn, game we're all waiting for. Number 1, number 2, both undefeated. I think that I'm sort of with Rex on everything. I think that it's really going to come down to who shows up that particular day. I think we're talking about 2 great offenses facing maybe 2 mediocre defenses, because when you look at it, you're right, Oregon hasn't played teams out there that really have on the level of Auburn, I guess you say. In other words, you face an Auburn Tiger team with a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, a playmaker, a couple other playmakers on the team too that people forget about. They're sort of live in the shadow of Cam Newton, but they're able to go out there, make plays, and have found a way to win time and time again, even when they shouldn't have. We did a couple close games. You have Clemson. Clemson could have beat them. They didn't. You had teams like the Arkansas game. They stuck with them for a while. They pulled away late in the 4th quarter. So, in other words, you're talking about a team that's always been great in the 4th quarter, and they have always found a way to win in the 4th quarter. Alabama had the most legitimate chance of beating them. They held them in the first half, played conservatively the second half, and allowed them to basically get back in the game and win. So that's sort of the gist with Auburn. I think that it's containing Cam Newton. It's maybe not so much to stop him. He's going to run. He's going to get some yards on the ground. He's going to pass. He's shown that he's a dual-threat quarterback, and he does both each and every time. However, I think that if you contain him the way Alabama did, so many yards on the ground, you hold that run, and you're able to stop him in the air, even mediocrely, I think that Oregon has a legitimate chance to win. Now, looking back on Oregon's side of the game as well, you have to look at the fact that they are undersized compared to Auburn. However, if you ask about the speed of the team, they're a quicker team than Auburn. No, hands down, I don't think you can argue that. I think that if they're able to go in there and basically exploit Auburn's secondary, stay with them the whole game, hit them where they're weak, and just keep, slant passes, screen, short pass, whatever you need to do to make plays. I think if you mix in a combination of running along with that kind of playmaking, you can go in there and beat Auburn on this particular night. Now, can they stop Cam Newton on the ground? I think that's the biggest question as to whether or not Oregon wins this game or not. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. It'll be a shootout. I think when it's said and done, I'm going to have to say that I'm going to pick Auburn in it. I'll get the score when we go back around. But I think I'm going to take Auburn just because they found a way to do it all year. They might have one more in
man, we're going to lose that.
You have to turn your Alabama card in.
God damn.
Man, I'm just trying to make an unbiased pick. Hey.
Next up is my boy Brad. Get him, Brad.
Okay, anyway, I'm an Auburn fan, so War Eagle. But it's going to be a good game. And a lot of the points to me about Oregon, I think, Oregon's size is going to be a factor. They're small, but they're fast. And I think they have about five different packages they rotate in and out. That's how they stay so fresh on defense and stuff. So that's how their defense is good. They got speed. But I know they put 52 on Stanford. That's very impressive. We saw what Stanford did to Virginia Tech. That was very impressive. So, but besides them, they haven't faced anybody that's going to end the season in the top 25 besides Stanford. So they haven't seen anybody like Auburn. They haven't seen a player like Cam, and I just think it's going to be too much for them. I think Darvin Adams is underrated, but I'm Auburn fan, so I might be a little biased. So it's cool. Everybody's got an opinion. It's cool.
When we come back,
and I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think a team that's been ranked outside the top 50 has ever won the BCS National Championship.
Defensively. That would be Auburn.
Right. Yeah, so, and they're 55th ranked. Not 60th, 50th, 55th, but that's still, not that great. But they've made plays than they've had to this year, just like in that Iron Bowl when they needed to. So, but should be a good game. I'm predicting high-scoring game, but with this kind of game, who really knows? I don't know. So that's all I gotta say about it right now.
let's do a shot.
Well, all of these guys have made really valid points. I think Rex is correct on people underestimating Oregon. I heard Skip Bayless say this early on ESPN a couple weeks ago. If you look at Auburn and Oregon come off the bus, you'll be like Auburn would smash Oregon. But if you watch them on the field, you'll say a totally different thing because Oregon's beaten teams much bigger than them all season long. Stanford for one, USC for another, Tennessee for another. Tennessee's much bigger than them. They're not better than them, but they're a lot bigger than they are. Yes. I think you gotta look at what TCU did to Wisconsin. Okay, Wisconsin is a big, powerful team, much like Auburn is. TCU's more of a spread them out, quick passes, shotgun type offense. And TCU just ran roughshod all over Wisconsin. Like Wisconsin can do anything with it. So you got to look at that. Plus the tempo. I don't think Auburn's played a team that I'm sorry. I heard an Auburn offensive lineman say they practice fast and practice every week. I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't think they practice half as fast as what Oregon does. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game as well. Both defenses. Oregon statistically has a better defense, but those numbers kind of lie a little bit because they're really not as good as what the numbers say. I think Auburn's going to get torched many a times down the field. I think Michael James will have a few long runs. I think Darren Thomas and Jeff Mail are going to hook up for at least 2 touchdown passes. But on the flip side, I think I don't see how Oregon would, as small as they are, I don't see how they stop Cam Newton. Like I really don't. Oregon's secondary is. Auburn gets a lot of flack for being a really bad secondary. Oregon's secondary is just as bad. They're not that great either. So I think those receivers from Auburn, Darvin Adams, Yeah.
We went Auburn had
He's
Did y'all not see
yeah.
the SEC championship game?
Yeah, I saw those drops in the SEC championship game. Yes, I did. And I saw that
You see
tip.
the
I saw that
touchdowns.
lucky tip pass that he
And
caught in
the
the
other touchdown he had?
Yeah.
South Carolina just doesn't know how to defend the
Yeah,
Hail
South
Mary.
Carolina's.
Yeah.
South Carolina's. Yeah.
It's more than Auburn Madden. So.
Either way, I think Auburn's receivers are going to get loose. I think Oregon's receivers are going to get loose. I think it's going to be like, I wouldn't be surprised if both teams score 60. Like I really would, because I don't think either defense is that good, and I think both offenses are just that great. So I'll give you my pick when we come back around, but that's pretty much how I think the game's going to go. I mean, I think it's going to be a shootout. That's pretty much what it's going to be.
What question you got coming up first?
Oh, also expect a lot of trick plays. A lot of trick plays.
Yep.
I feel like 2 or 3 coming from each side.
Have a better game, Darren Thomas or Cam Newton? Why?
Say it again.
Who's gonna have a better game, Darren Thomas or Cam Newton, and why?
Who wants to answer that first?
Oh, like Cam Newton.
Who wants to answer that?
Go first. We'll just bring it back around.
He said who's going to
Who gonna have a better
Darren
game?
Thomas or Cam Newton? Quarterback.
Quarterback game.
You know, man, it's a pretty good question, man. Because, Cam Newton's going to have a good game regardless. Like what everybody else said with Oregon's defense stop. I really, me personally, I do not see them stopping. Cam Newton will rush for probably 200 yards. Easy. He will. Let's just cut out the problem. He's gonna rush for almost, if not 200 yards, man. The guy he's a goon. He's a beast. He won the Heisman for a reason. He earned it. He deserved it. So, but at the same time, Thomas is good. That is a very good quarterback. He's a very good quarterback.
Let me add something. At the beginning of the season, a lot of people at Oregon wasn't ranked in the top 10 because most people thought when Pezelj left,
Yes.
Thomas wasn't even expected to be the starter. What's his name?
Nate Costa.
Costa. There you go. Costa was supposed to be the starter. Costa got hurt, or actually Thomas beat him out.
Yeah.
Thomas beat him out.
And Thomas came in and he ran that offense to perfection. Like, no one expected Darren Thomas to come in and do what he's done. So, I think that's one thing you got to give him. Like, to be that young, he's very poised as a quarterback. Like, he knows what he's doing out
Makes
there.
very
And he
good
can,
decisions.
against a defense like Auburn, he can have just as big as Cam Newton can.
You got something to say, Brad?
Yeah, Darren Thomas is probably the most underrated quarterback in college football. He's good, and I think that he'll have a better passing game than Cam Newton has. But I do think Cam will, of course, like everybody's saying, he'll definitely outrush him. But Darren Thomas is a good quarterback, and he needs a lot more credit than what he gets. So. But I think Cam will have the overall better game, but I think Darren Thomas can have a great game too. So.
P20.
That's a surprise.
I'm getting in on saying the same thing. I think Darren Thomas has been, a lot of people don't give him the credit he deserves. I think from the passing perspective, I think he outdoes Cam Newton in this game. I think he's going to pass for more yards. I think you'll see it in the game. That may be the factor of them winning. However, when you're asking from an individual perspective of who's better or who will have the better game,
Don't say Kellen Moore.
well, hey. I'm gonna give it to Cam as well. I don't think they're gonna stop him on the ground. I just don't think the size is gonna allow it to happen. So out of the two in this particular game, I give it to Cam Newton. Hats off.
Okay, I got a question. Who's the player to watch out for? Not named Cam, not named James, not named Thomas. The player that can impact the game the most, that's not a star, that nobody really talks about on either team.
I think to me personally, I think it's Jeff Mayo, the receiver. I think
Number 23?
Yes, number 23.
Oh, but
I think Jeff Mayo is going to have Jeff Mayo could have a career day against that secondary. Like I honestly, yeah, against Nico Thorpe.
His last name is discretion.
Jeff Mayo. I honestly think Jeff Mayo scored 2 touchdowns at least.
Mayo does not drop the ball, man. That man has probably some of the best hands in college football. Period.
He's right.
That man catches
Mayo is
almost
money.
everything.
I bet Ryan Mallett wishes Jeff Mayo played for him.
Joe Adams, that's to you, Joe Adams.
So who you think? Yes, so you going with?
I think Mayo too, man. Like that guy has one. Forget it. He has the best hands in college football. That man catches just about anything you throw to him.
Got Wildcat hands? Shit, y'all had no receivers.
You got another question?
You had to answer that question.
We got 10 minutes.
I think Mike Dyer is going to have a good game, but I think Tasharvin Bell and Auburn's defense is going to have a good game. So I think he's one to watch. So there's a reason.
Anyways.
My question is, if Oregon gets up, I'm not saying if they do, but if Oregon gets up by 24 like Alabama did, can Auburn make another comeback like they did against Alabama?
Who wants to answer that?
I will. I'll
go
answer.
first?
Go ahead. If he said 24, right?
Yeah.
If Oregon gets up 24 points and Auburn ain't scored nothing yet, the game is over. Okay? Yeah, I mean, I'll give y'all credit. Y'all made a great comeback against Alabama, and y'all deserve that win. I'm a Bama man, period, point blank. But what I like that comeback I saw, I couldn't say nothing negative about Auburn. They came out there and they did their thing. They overcame that big deficit and won the game. But Alabama does not run the same type of offense Oregon runs. Oregon snaps the ball. There's like 30 to 30 plus seconds left on the play clock when they stop the ball. They don't even need a minute to score. So you let them jokers get up 24 points on y'all in the first half, first quarter alone, it's over. Auburn's offense, y'all offense ain't slow by any means, but it's also not one of the fastest. Had Alabama scored just that one more touchdown in the first half, Auburn would have not won the game.
Here's my thing. Auburn starts this season, like when they start really well, they usually you can usually tell how the game's gonna go by how Auburn starts. For instance, Iron Bowl, they started really slow. I mean, I'm sorry. If you're an Auburn fan, I'm sorry. I don't see how you expected that to happen. I mean, it's amazing that it happened. I'm sorry. No, Ralph. No, I don't believe it. But against South Carolina, when Auburn scored in that first drive, when Auburn went up the way they did, I mean, it was pretty much a done deal because you knew that South Carolina couldn't stop them. If Auburn scores really quick, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a game. But if Auburn flutters around like they did against Alabama, like they did against who else? LSU, teams like that. If they get off to a slow start, it's quite possible that Oregon could run away with it because I don't think they can stop them.
What you think, Brad?
Yeah, I'm an Auburn fan, but no way they come back 24-0 down. Not this game.
Not with Unstoppable King?
No, not
You
this
say
game.
V20?
Oregon's too good.
I'll make it short and sweet with that too. Same thing. I think if they go down
Not
that much, it's
stupid.
over. It's a Oregon Duck victory. So can't get behind early.
Maybe
no
not.
way.
All right.
Not stupid.
Most important part of the show, prediction. I'm gonna score an MVP. Who wants to go first?
Winding down, so gotta make it quick.
Alright, what you call it? If I have to make a pick, I'll pick Oregon to win. Or if Oregon wins, they'll win by just a couple points. So I'll say score probably 40, 45, 47, somewhere in that range. MVP going to Darren Thomas, the quarterback.
20.
There it is. Let's hold it up. It's like we're going to give it to Auburn. We're going to say it's 52-49, high scoring and close.
You definitely can't go to Tuscaloosa now.
MVP goes to Cam Newton.
Well, Oregon's the first in the nation in touchdowns off of three plays and less, and Auburn's number 2 right behind them with 3 plays and less. So it's going to be a high-scoring game. So, but I'm not going to go really high. I think Auburn 45, Oregon 35, and I'm an Auburn fan. I think Cam, of course, MVP.
All right.
Me too. I've been wrong about Auburn all season long. Like I picked against Auburn maybe like 2 or 3 times, and they proved me wrong every single time. So I mean, it's kind of hard to go against Auburn the way that they've played against the teams that they played against. It would not surprise me at all if Oregon won this game, but for the reasons that I stated before, I think Auburn's going to win this game. I'm going to go high scoring as well. I'm going to go like 55 to like 50. I mean, just throw a number out there in the 50s and 60s. I think that's what it's going to be. But I think Cam Newton. I mean, how could you go against Cam Newton?
Can I say one more thing? Go ahead.
Yes, I know I picked Oregon to win, but Auburn, I need y'all to win that game. Because if y'all don't, I'm going to be highly upset because it's going to be y'all fault that the streak that the SEC has going on in the national championship comes to an end. I don't want that to happen.
That's why all the pressure's on Auburn.
And I want y'all to bring the championship on back to Bama. I picked Oregon. I want Auburn. I want y'all to win, but I picked Oregon off of a sports, you know what I'm saying, sports type of thing. But Auburn, I want y'all to win that game.
I got people in Oregon, and I'm not trying to hear their mouths after Monday night. Auburn, I need y'all to. I need y'all to keep this thing down here. I need y'all to keep this thing down here. I need y'all to keep this down here. Yeah, you got it. Yes.
Okay, you got a quick score prediction? AT?
Yes, I'm gonna go Oregon, and I would say we'll go 52-46.
Okay. Real quick, a couple Auburn fans, I got to shout y'all out for y'all prediction. My boy Ty Townsend said Auburn's going to win 45-20 because Auburn's defense is going to slow down. 45-20. Ty Townsend said 45-20. He said because Auburn's defense is going to slow down Oregon and they're going to contain their speed. And my boy DeMario Caldwell said Auburn's going to win 35-21. That's their prediction. I want to shout them out and get their scores in real quick. So Ty said 45-20 and DeMario said 35-21. All right, shout-outs time. Y'all get y'all shout-outs in.
Man, I just want to shout out all my people back in Tuscaloosa. I want to shout out Ralph and Trimaine for having me on the show. Finally got this together. I finally got a night off work. I want to shout out everybody that, you know what I'm saying, everybody that came and talked. Shout out my boy AT, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the soldiers over there in Afghanistan and everything doing y'all thing. Shout out to Auburn, shout out to Oregon. Like I said, Auburn, I need y'all to win that game.
P20.
Let me give a shout out. Let me shout out to that Auburn fan girlfriend of mine who has hounded me all year, and I had to hear it. But this night will be yours. So shout out to you. Shout out to all the guys at this table. We talk sports morning, noon, night on Facebook. Shout out to those who believe in Boise. There is at least one at this table.
Good time, man. Yes, sir, man.
Everybody I work with, all my coworkers, all the Auburn fans.
JC Penis.
Okay. Just you guys, appreciate it again. Let me be in the videos.
What videos is Brad?
This is my 4th. Won't be my last. They're fun. Anyway, everybody showed up here. And I'm gonna keep it going. Anyway, that's what I got.
I'm just gonna keep it short. Shout out to everybody at this table. Man, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Shout out to all my family. I love y'all. Shout out to Robert for putting up with me and waiting on me. Yeah. Shout out to Oscar for turning the music on. Yeah.
Man, shout out to my nigga Shade. And I'm out.
We just left off with the 2011 BCS Championship Game special. As you can tell, they cut the music off, or cut the music on us while we were wrapping up the video. So you really didn't get a chance to see what me and Ralph had to say about the game. I really ain't got much to say. Y'all know I've been bashing Cam the whole season. I can't stand him. So I'm going to let this guy, he's been waiting for this championship game for 25 years. So I'm going to let him say what he wants to say about the game.
Okay. Rex, Brad, P20, Kertis, y'all all had valid points, but there's a couple things y'all left out. First of all, I think Oregon's going to be keying in on Cam run the ball too much, and he's going to end up passing the ball to win the game. Because I don't know if y'all noticed, the last, I would say, about 3 wins Auburn had, it hasn't been because of Cam running the ball. It's been because of Cam throwing the ball. The Georgia game, we came back with him throwing the ball. The Alabama game, we came back with him throwing. South Carolina game, he had a bunch of huge passes. So I think Oregon's going to focus on the run, and he's going to kill him with the pass. So I think Cam's going to have about 300 yards passing this game. You can book it. Another thing is, another thing that Auburn's gonna have to worry about is Oregon's special teams. The punt return leads the nation. The punt returns. I think his name is Harris. I can't remember his first name, but that's what Auburn's gonna have to watch out for. If I'm not mistaken, Auburn hasn't given a punt return or a kick return all season. If I'm not mistaken, so that's what Auburn's gonna have to worry about. That's like an unsung hero that they have. Like when we ask that question, a player to watch out for. For Oregon, it's their punt return to Harris, and for Auburn, I think it's on defense, and it's Josh Bynes. Josh Bynes is a heck of a linebacker. You got to realize that he's better than what you think. He's fast. He's a sure tackler. He makes big picks. Just as Arkansas, it's South Carolina. Another thing is, I think the common theme between Auburn and Georgia, besides the fact that they're high scoring teams, is that both teams won the fourth quarter in every game this season. So the fourth quarter is really going to be the key. I think this game's going to go in the fourth quarter, and whoever wins that fourth quarter is who's going to win the game. And I think the Auburn's going to pull away in the fourth quarter because that's just what they do. Even though Oregon does it well, I think Auburn does it better. So that's going to be one of the main keys to the game is Auburn pulling it out in the fourth quarter. And like I said in the Iron Bowl, because I don't know if y'all remember the Iron Bowl video, I was the most accurate in what had to be said. So once again, in the red zone, our tight end becomes huge because he got a lot of big touchdown passes in the Georgia game, Alabama game, and the Clemson game, if I'm not mistaken, or South Carolina game. He had a huge touchdown. So in the red zone, watch out for him. And Rex kept dogging Darvin Adams, and Darvin Adams is a heck of a receiver, but there's more to the Auburn offense besides Darvin Adams. There's Terrell Zachary, and there's Emory Blake. He's a big play receiver, so watch out for them too. And I feel like we're going to neutralize their running game because Auburn is one of the best teams in the nation against the run. Tremaine, what you got to say?
I really ain't got much to say, but did y'all see Cam Newton at the Laker game? I'm trying to figure out where he get all his money to go to NBA games, but I don't really. Hey, I'm not gonna say nothing. I've been bashing him all year. Y'all know how I feel about him. But as far as this game going, I hope Oregon wins a lot to a little. I'll say my final score prediction, coming up in a few minutes. But first, while I'm at it, I want to say thanks to everybody that got in the BCS video. Shout out to Chad Simmons. We tried to get you in the video, but it didn't really work out. That's all I got to say for real, because I'm not really an Auburn fan for real, but like I said, I've been bashing them all season anyways.
Sure has.
So I'm not really Auburn hater. But we might as well get to what y'all been waiting for, the Ralph Trimaine. Is this the Ralph Trimaine BCS special? We might as well get to our predictions. You know who you taking.
Go ahead.
So
I'll go first. Nah, you go first. You go first.
Let you go.
Alright, this is how it's going to be. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter. It's going to be a close game. But the fourth quarter is when Auburn's going to pull away. And the Auburn Tigers are going to win this game.
No surprise.
Drum roll, please. Auburn's going to win 41-30. You can book it.
41-30.
41-30. That's going to be the final score. 41-30. Auburn. Cam Newton being the MVP. Michael Dyer and Ontario Caleb. He's going to have a big game. Watch out for Caleb on the edge. That's my score prediction. What you got, man?
Okay. It's been a good year in college football. We had some upsets with Boise going down. Sorry, Patrick. And even though I didn't think Auburn would get to this point, I thought they were going to lose to Alabama. They should have lost to Clemson. They should have lost a couple other games. But the fact that they made it here and they're going up against a high-powered offense that if they get down, they can't come back from. But I've been dogging them all year, and they finally got to this game in spite of me, or despite me. And Ralph kept on talking about. Ralph was the first one to say they were going to win a championship.
I said that when we first started camp.
He said it. He said it. But they're going up against a high-powered offense in the Oregon Ducks. Shout out to John Jackson, by the way.
Shout out to David.
But they're going up against the Oregon Ducks. And as much as I want to take Oregon and win this game, and as much as I want to, I was wrong about Virginia Tech, and I was wrong about Arkansas. So as much as it pains me to do this, maybe it's some reverse psychology. I'm gonna go with. I'll let the shirt speak for itself. I'm gonna go with the Auburn Tigers. That's what I'm going with. Look at this shirt. I put it on. That's what I'm going with. Nah.
Tremaine's just doing reverse psychology. He really want Auburn to lose, but he's just doing that just to mess with us. But like I said, Auburn's going to win.
They're going to win 196-21.
That's sarcasm. Auburn's going to win 41-30. You can book it. Remember, I give y'all facts. So watch out for all that stuff I said in this video. That's what's going to come true. So let's get some shout-outs in.
Only shout-out I got is, what's up, Mo?
Hey, Mo. As always, shout out to my nigga Shay. Shout out to all the Auburn fans out there. Mario and Ty, Brad, Shanina, Lindsay. If I'm forgetting about you, it's not on purpose. But Amanda, my best friend Amanda, Barbara, the Black Widow, Lil Leia, they all Auburn fans. So shout out to all the Auburn fans for supporting us all year. We're about to go get that chip. Yeah.
So that's what we about to do.
No, yeah, that's sarcasm right there. I knew that nigga was gonna do some shit like that.
What?
41-30, Auburn. Book it. Oh, and Anthony Adams too. Shout out to you, man. Auburn fan.
That's all I gotta say. Watch the shirt. We gonna do it up. We already won the SEC. We gonna win that BCS.
You know we. Get out of here with that shit, man.
We are. That's all I got.
Let's go Tigers. Peace.
Play your helmet. I'm tired as hell.